Greetings everyone, and Great here with another Age of Empires 4 replay. Small on bottom left side as the pink House of Lancaster, we have a foreign name. On top right side as the orange Delhi Sultanate, we got ZertoN, or ZertoN. No idea how to properly pronounce it. Either way, when it comes to map generation, I do see, looks like orange is gold. Lord just spawned in the same direction. While the direction does have the gold, the stone, and deer and Pumbaa, but Delhi Sultan is Islamic, so Pumbaa is Haram. For the English player, the gold deposit spawned up front, which is not great, or House Lancaster. We're also going to see Castle Lancaster for a forward defensive position there. Would make the manors a bit more exposed, however. Small gold deposit down here, or the large and small over here. Stone deposit nearby with some venison. This venison's a bit farther back, and he is going to go for the Abbey of Kings. Abbey of Kings can provide up to 4 Lords of Lancaster. Each one provides a 5% maximum health aura to nearby units. Very nice. They have the same DPS as the King, which is not great. And of course, they are a heavy infantry unit there who moves at a decent pace, but still not great. Stone of Faith has now been put on the field, gets some bargain bin scholars. And looks like the House of Lancaster is getting a bit of stone there. This could be for secondary town stuff. This could be for manors. Each one costs 100. It is going to be for manors, and it's going to be put on the front line, which means they're going to be exposed and vulnerable. Each one will provide plus 10 housing. Right now he's at 19, so getting a little bit close there. There's the first Lord of Lancaster. Like I said, same DPS as the King. Not great. Movement speed actually is the same as man-armed, so it actually is slower. And not to mention Earl's Guard, the heavy infantry for the Lords of Lancaster, House of Lancaster, are actually very fast. They move the same speed as archers and spearmen. So the Lord of Lancaster is one of the slowest units in the roster. Combine that with crossbowmen. Looks like both sides of HSI for a bit of eco. We do have another Lord of Lancaster employed in the field. The Lords of Lancaster do not provide healing like the King, but the Abbey of Kings itself still acts as a massive health regen or a benefit. Effectively becomes a Command and Conquer war factory. In this case, be the Lord factory. Looks like Orange is going for a good number of archers. The Lords of Lancaster are heavy infantry units, so they don't receive bonus damage. They only have 2/2 armor, so not great, but better than nothing. It's got a single spearman on the field. We also are seeing some of the unique horsemen, the Hoblars. They're weaker but cheaper horsemen. They also cost gold rather than wood, so they're not a trash unit. Scout and Hoblar straight forward. Got decent number of archers here, though while the Hoblar does have 3 range armor like a horseman. Doesn't mean it can't be taken down by 100 arrows. Well, in this case, it'll be 50 arrows, because they will be doing 2 damage each, and there's 100 health. Scout needs 1 more shot and is done for, has 4 health remaining. Make that 5 health. This scout here will do 11 damage to it. We got the 4 Lords of Lancaster here, providing nice health maximum aura. Hobos, for example, are now going from 120 to 122. And looks like the plus 5% gain, because if it was 5% plus 5% plus 5% plus 5%, would be 120 if my offhand math is incorrect. So it looks like it is, the health aura is multiplicative. Not sure that makes a big difference, but could mean a pretty big difference for the healthy units such as knights. And he's gonna polish it back on off. Scout is almost down. Archer doing some damage to that spearman. We got some yeomen pulling the field. They're faster, have +1 range versus archers, and of course they're a bit more expensive. And also have access eventually to the synchronized shot. Scout is down, not a big surprise. And looks like a handful of these scholars are being used in the front line for healing, making this army a bit more durable. Probably should see some more yeomen. Overlords for 4. They will be good versus the archers. They're primarily a counter unit. The scholars can of course heal off some of this damage coming up and nice. The Lords of Lancaster providing some excellent health regen capability. He will probably pull back this wounded one to the Abbey. But thanks to the fact that they're heavy typing, they do take a lot less damage from these archers. And looks like Pink will manage to push on through thanks to the Lords of Lancaster. Start picking out some of these scholars here, very nice. Yeomen will easily pursue this force due to the higher movement speed. They have an intermediary high speed. In other words, they can jog rather than run. Another Lord of Lancaster on the build queue. And he is going to pull back some of these units back to the Abbey. Very nice. Though he may have missed the aura, it's not too big of an issue. You can always retask them a little bit later. Second side has been decaptured there. All 6 sides are currently neutral. Despicable neutrals. Not too many spearmen are by orange, so the yeomen should be able to pick them all off no problem, and giving a bit more room to breathe the hovelers. Gazi Raiders are pushing away forward. They do have a slight bit of bonus damage versus heavies. It's more of just ever so slight, something just to help ignore the armor. If they were just getting an armor piercing effect like the Spring Gold, I think that would be an interesting way to help sort of change them up a little bit. They're a little bit weak. More of the Lords of Lancaster are going down, slowly being picked off by all the damage sources. Of course, Orange does have his blacksmith upgrades going on up. Pink does have the range and range damage moment, while Orange is starting to get the melee damage going. All the Lords are now down. Good Lord. Overlords trying to engage these units. Pink's starting to fall back. That structure's not being built with a stable. Must have been a barracks or something. And we've got the massive health regen there on those holders, which will top them off pretty quickly. Orange make an attempt at all the sacred sites, or at least get him a bit of gold going if he doesn't get the sacred site victory. Pink has enough gold to Agion up, nowhere near enough food. Orange has no gold income at the moment, and is low on wood and food as well. Both players have 0 stone, has not collected up a single pebble off the ground. Overlord's not trying to deal with the Scholar. Does prevent the 6 side from being captured. Got the Billman upgrade, a bit of armor stripping now for a Spearman. All 6 has been captured. Billman upgrade is going to be particularly useful since the Deletion, of course, will get all of his blacksmith upgrades for free eventually. Two sacred sites are being decaptured now. Overlords engaged by some Gauzy raiders. Some of those Gauzy raiders are now getting pretty wounded. They can simply just fall back to a skull or get healed on up. Some Spearmen do take a bit of hits there, but the Lords of Lancaster are now advancing. Does not look like enough forces here for pink. Yeoman's going to turn around, trying to provide some cover, and does take out one of the Lords of Lancaster. I'll take out some of the Spearmen. Yeoman, I think a bit misclicked forward. Archers now advancing against good damage onto Pink's units. Pink may act with the White Tower for a nice forward emplacement, though the King's Cool Leg will of course give a lot of unique and powerful research, which is one I'm a bit more biased towards. Number of lords going down, 2 remaining. Outpost getting some damage here, not even upgraded for arrow slit. Another key, all the lords have gone down. Good lord. Has some spearmen being pushed on the field. Another Lord of Lancaster. Now it's trying to fall back. Orange has a higher short value than pink by a small margin at this moment in time. Horseman push right forward. Got a couple of spearmen and hobblers engaging these Gauzy raiders. This Lord Lancaster is charging the way forward. Probably should fall back now, taking a bit of extra damage there. The second archer there will be going down. Each one of those lords costs 160 resources, so they're not necessarily cheap. They're not too terribly expensive like a knight or a lancer. Or the lords starting going down. Gossard is getting caught up on the Lord of Lancaster. They do have a +2 for heavy, so basically it's armor piercing. Another Lord of Lancaster goes down. Spear will be going down there. No more hope. Oh, we got one more hope on the build queue. Just yeoman on the field at the moment. And last, these bears being cleaned on up. The simple claim this piece of actually no, professional scouts were being utilized there. Has one piece of venison right there. So orange could try taking the scouts and try to grab the venison from over here. That could be very good. Scar is a little bit exposed, slowly be going down. Looks like they will survive, so all that damage will be healed on up for free. Overlord's being cleaned up. The Lord of Lancaster will be going down as well. Number of scouts will be going down for orange. Orange has obtained every single sacred site. Getting some good gold generation. He's holding them for a little bit longer in order to get out enough gold for an age up. I'm actually pretty close to aging up right now. He's another minute worth of gold income. Horseman's trying to push way forward, trying to get some damage on those yeomen. Lord of Lancaster taking some fire there. He's very far from aging up. Horsemen and Spearmen now engaging the Ghazi Raiders. And even if Orange does age up, it will take a bit of time before any time attack can be established due to the fact that how long it takes its stuff being researched. Upon aging up, Orange will put Pink on a bit of a countdown in order to start getting his own age up completed. House learning now being established. And starting for getting now distracted by some infrastructure, cleaning up some outlying units. Something tells me we're going to see the Hone Blades research first with Delhi Sultanate, and probably going to go for some Lancers. Maybe some men-arms. Men-arms wouldn't be half bad right now. Yeomans are up to 6 damage, and men-arms can be up to 6 armor next age. They will be immediately at 5 armor, so they would be taking 1 damage per bolt. Lancers the same as well. Hone Blades being researched, so I would like to see some men-arms mixed on in. Though I don't know if he even has a barracks on the field. Yeah, he does have a barracks. At least get the research going. Oh, and now we do got the White Tower being established on the center map. Currently 3 manors on the field, has not going to increase manor upgrades. I just realized something. He has 0 stone stored up, and he actually got manors of field, which means he actually got a precise amount of stone. I don't know why, that just seems a bit amusing to me. Most of the time you don't see that precise measurement. You now have a monster being employed on the field. I need to grab some relics. Orange also starting to pick up some relics now. Oh, let's find some villagers. It does find a Lancer. Oblar's starting to go on down there. Front line's about to engage. Of course, Pink's front line's also the back line, with just yeomen. Horsemen and Lancers starting to push their way forward. Elite or veteran yeomen researching on the way. The Lords of Lancaster, of course, get free age up bonuses, so making the entire force a bit more resilient. Plus, they get +2/+2 armor. Or at least +1/+2 looks like for the armor wise. No, it gets +1/+1 as both +1/+1 blacksmith upgrades. Yeoman firing away. Lords of Lancaster could start advancing. These archers only have 8 damage at the moment. Lords of Lancaster is falling back. I don't see the triangle above these Hoblar's head. I wonder if they can't be converted when the Lords do go down. Oranges, the Lancers, and Horsemen start to engage all these villagers. Hone Blades is research, so that all of his Lancers get +3 damage. White Tower, however, is firing away, getting some good damage on these various forces. Scholar picked up that relic. Monk tried to. And it looks like Orange has claimed 2 relics and picked up the other 3. So Orange may get every single relic on the map, which is going to be quite massive. Horsemen or Hobblers trying to engage that one Scholar. Lancers falling back, but damage there on the Gauzy Raiders as well. Over here, we do got the Lancer engaging these villagers. Oh, got a couple of Earl's Guards in there, probably from the deployment of the White Tower itself. There's I got 6 manors being deployed on the field as well. And now eyeing for the final manor upgrade. Archers do find a handful of villages, decides to garrison that outpost there. One villager will be going down. I'm going to sneeze. Excuse me. Lancers and Gauzy Raiders push forward. We'll find a good number of villagers here. Very good amount of impalement. Though a bit of a choke point there, holding back to some of the mounted units, the cavalry from Gaijin. So far, Orange killed off a staggering 20 villagers. Pink's only killed off 1. So you can see that villager count reflecting up there. And Pink is going for secondary town center. Do have now some war elephants on the field. They are classified as heavy cavalry, which means they receive bonus damage from crossbowmen. Pink right now only has 3 crossbowmen. Oops, sorry about that. I really hit my microphone bad there. And we've got a good number of war elephants on the field. The 5th one's on the way. Good number of archers. So it seems like more Earl's Guard would be very nice. Mangonels wouldn't be half bad. Hobblers could be very nice, though technically the war elephants do get a bit of bonus damage to them with the back spearman. Trebuchet is now engaging the White Tower. We do now have siege engineers being queued on up. Granted, that is Delhi Sultan, so the queue up means eventually. House of Lancaster almost has enough gold age up, has nearly enough food. Delhi Sultan has a similar boat, but a little bit farther behind. Got all these Hobblers engage some villagers. Of course, they're not exactly anti-villager units. Plus 1 damage would help them out, but then again, the opponent does have some armor there. The White Tower has gone down. Also, there's no relics, so it is very disposable at the moment. Yeoman and crossbow engaging these Lancers. Hobblers trying to raid around some more stuff. Looks like we're starting to get a stampede of elephants. Orange has 8 elephants on the field. Berkshire Palace now being put on the field. I'm a bit more of a fan of the other one due to the Warren Guard Palace for all the extra fun units you can get from that. But this does also increases the cap of the Earl's Guard bonuses from 4 to 6, so make them even better. They're already better than standard man arms. They are equal in cost, and they just have more mobility and have the dagger throw. The fact they can get even better with additional damage is always very nice. Looks like it's +3 damage at the moment. Looks like the white tower still counts as a keep that's on the field. Because right now it says +3, and he has current +0 melee damage, so he must have 3 plus damages. Scholars pushed too far forward, getting annihilated by the Berkshire Palace. Berkshire Palace taking severe damage there, so I'm gonna get repaired on up. Some guys are just trying to move around. Yeoman falling back. Berkshire Palace taking severe damage. Now the war elephants advancing. They are heavy armor. They also have a heavy amount of armor. 7 armor at the moment. So they're taking 2 damage per arrow against these Arc Yeomen. Not great. His Academy not being pulled in the field, which will give him additional food per research. Capital taking a bit of damage, or will be taking a bit of damage. 2 landmarks down, just leaving the capital here and the Abbey King, so very both exposed. Trebuchets are heading towards the capital rather than the Abbey of Kings. Elephants taking out the blacksmith. They can start going to the capital, and then it'll be easy pickings for the Abbey of Kings. And let's get some good hits on the yeoman. Magna's annihilating those yeomen. Now that the support player has, of course, agion up, we have a bit of time for his final research to get researched. Good hits there, so sending delays to some farms. Could probably start tasking elephants to the Abbey of Kings. Now just the Abbey of Kings, the trebuchets need to start targeting to it, which they are, looks like. You have the manor taxes has been researched. Abbey Kings is almost down. See a bunch of orange units just streaming across the center of the map. Kings having trouble cleaning up even the front line. And the Abbey King's down, and that's annihilation. This is Angrade saying, thank you for watching, and on to next replay.